5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff.
Live from somewhere deep in the Freedom State of Florida, it's the Let's Be Frank Show with your host, Frank.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a Tuesday night. It's a Freedom Stream, and I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for joining me today. And hello to the Left Can't Meme channel as well. You guys are amazing over there. Thank you for all your support as we continue to grow that channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you are already over there, if you have checked out the channel. If you have not checked out the channel, make sure you head over there and check it out. That is where all the live streams will be kept permanently on YouTube. So if you want to go check out the live stream after tonight's show, you can do so by heading over to the Left Camp Meme. It will be there forever. But it's great to see all of you guys here tonight. Thank you so much. It's a Tuesday night. It's been a long weekend. I'm glad to be back in the saddle. Had a lot of catching up to do. Had a lot of stuff that I was working on today in the studio. Now that we have internet connection back here once again, it's fantastic. Yesterday we had a couple of hiccups. Couldn't even do much. Did a live show on the third channel, or on the second channel, excuse me. Uniquely Us had a chance to sit down with Sharon, and we got a chance to talk to you guys about what's been going on in our lives. But that's not what you guys are here for tonight. Tonight, you guys are here for what is the heck is going on with everything. The 2022 midterms are starting to heat up a little bit. And of course, the left understands that the American people are not very happy with them. They are not very trusting in them. And they are looking to replace them in the upcoming election in November. But the Democrats will not go out without a fight. The establishment, the uniparty, will not be as easily moved out of the Congress as easy as we thought it's going to be. It's going to be a very difficult process, and we're going to have to make sure we stay diligent. And through the entire process, we're going to have to make sure we're doing our best in making sure we call out and spotlight the things that are seem troubling. And we are already starting to see some of those things now. Some of the stuff we've talked about on this channel for many months now is kind of coming to fruition. It's looking like it's what we've talked about from time to time. Maybe start kind of rumbling. You may see some stuff starting to happen. We see that the city of Philadelphia is already masking. We see the false flags that are being put out there all over the place. We see the FBI's fingerprints on many things out there. The narratives are falling apart, but they're coming up with new narratives in order to continue to keep the country blinded and distracted and not focused on the real issues. But you guys are going to stay focused on the real issues, because that's what you guys are here for, because you guys are the cream of the cream of the crop. You guys are the ones that are not so easily fooled by the mainstream media. So I'm glad you guys are joining me tonight. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's go ahead and check out who we have in the chat this evening. We have John Frank. Hello, my good friend. We got Viv B here today. We got Salty Distraction. Hey, we got Aircraft Markies reminding everyone to smash that love button, which is that like button down there. Make sure you smash it. We have 51 strong total so far, which I know we had a late start on the thing, so no notifications probably went out. So we'll do what we will do. Hello, Leroy. We got Hot Rod here as well. We got, of course, Ocean Breeze Salty. Hello, Peggy C. We got Joseph in the chat tonight. Hello, good to see you. Odine 7076. Hello, my good friend. Says keep it up, Frank. Thank you so much. Linda Hayes is here. Paul, the Patriot for Peace. How are you doing? We got Herculine. We got Broken Prophet, and of course we got David G coming in for the NYC. Thank you, my friend. We got Dr. Asami coming in with a big wrench and helping us out, making sure we get rid of those any of those trolls that might be lurking in the chat room. We got Ripcord here tonight as well. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here. I'm hoping to have a great show. Hello, Stefan Caldwell. It's good to see you as well. and Dr. Ping. We got a couple doctors in the house tonight. That's great. That is great because I'm sure some leftist trolls might need to see a doctor once we're done with all of this. Hello, Brian Knapp. It's good to see you. And Coach Kaylin James. Hello. Bong Donkey. How are you doing today, my friend? Yes, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way in. That would be fantastic. Helps out the channel tremendously when you guys do that. Helps getting the video and channel, of course, recommended and people's recommendations. So that's great. Make sure you share it out if you have not shared it already. And we'll go ahead and kind of get going tonight. So thank you so much for being here this evening. Thank you for showing up and showing that love. Absolutely appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get started right at the very beginning. And we're going to start talking about, Kaylin James, we're going to get to the Subway individual here soon. And we will talk about that upcoming in tonight's show. But let's go ahead and get started with what I want to talk about at the very beginning here. Talked about how the Biden regime and the regime Nancy Pelosi runs are desperate, and they're going to use whatever they can in order to make sure 2022 will not be a slam dunk, as many Republicans out here or people in the country think it's going to be, because they're going to try to pull every trick out of their book. They're going to utilize the same playbook from 2020, and they're going to utilize that in some areas where they may be vulnerable in order to make sure maybe they don't lose complete control of both chambers of the House. So we're going to go ahead and get going on here tonight. Coming to us from the Gateway Pundit here, it says Naomi Wolf fires a warning shot. A resounding defeat of Biden at midterms will not be allowed. Look for an impending emergency to unfold. That's right. And it shouldn't shock you guys that they would try to do that. So Naomi Wolf says here, 2020 was a story. It launched a narrative. The narrative is that you can restrain billions of people, lock them in their homes, inject them against their will, mask them against their will, destroy their economy, suppress all their human rights. But if the narrative said COVID, that was a plausibility, deniability that you weren't an outright fascist tyrant. And if you're right to worry about the midterms, given the history of totalitarianism, there is no reason to believe the midterms will deliver a resounding defeat to the Biden administration, are going to be allowed to unfold without an emergency. And if that emergency keeps us out at home, all the better. And she's right. This is what we've been talking about from time to time on the channel, talking about how the Democrats would do whatever it took in order to continue to keep people locked in their homes or people away from the voting polls, and making sure they sit there and mail out their ballots, right? And flooding the mail system once again with mail-in ballots, and trying to ensure that they change the demographic of the state because of that. And we see Philadelphia already, which is a key state in elections, a swing state. We know what happened there in 2020, but they're already doing shenanigans already in Pennsylvania. The city of Philadelphia, of like over 1 million people, they've decided to go ahead and reinstitute the mask mandates. That's right. The mask mandates are coming back in Philadelphia. Why? Because they're averaging 2 COVID deaths per week. That's right. They are averaging two COVID deaths per week in a city of over 1 million people. And who knows if those are even marked correctly, right? We already have busted the CDC in encouraging hospitals to make sure they mark deaths of COVID with whatever. If they tested positive for COVID and they died in a motorcycle accident, well, that was a COVID death. It wasn't because they died in a motorcycle accident. It was because of COVID death. So the city of Philadelphia, and watch other cities start following suit, has decided to go ahead and reinstitute the mask mandate. So already setting up the fall for what will more than likely be large cities shutting down and saying that you have to send in a mail-in ballot in order to make sure that your vote gets sent in. You aren't going to be allowed to go to the polls. They're going to do whatever they can to prohibit that. They're going to do whatever they can to impede that. That's right. They talked about the Republicans using voter suppression tactics such as voter ID. But the biggest voter suppression act out there is the mail-in voting. Mail-in voting is the biggest voter suppression out there. Why? It's because they're able to add extra ballots if they need to. If they need to add extra things, they can, and they will, and they won't worry about the repercussions, because obviously the Supreme Court has already decided it won't hear cases of regarding things like things that happened back in 2020, right? They're already going to make sure that happens. They're working on it. It's already in the process. They are already looking at ways in order to do that. That's why Nancy Pelosi, again, we had that video, I want to say it was about a month ago, we had a video about Nancy Pelosi saying that she wasn't worried about the 2022 midterms because the Democrats were going to continue to remain in power, she said in that video. I made a video about it. You can go check it out on my channel. It's down there somewhere. I think it was last month. And we discussed that a little bit. We talked about how maybe it's just overconfidence, or maybe is it because she can't be a doomer in her own party, or maybe because she already knows that there isn't going to be a real threat. So there's a lot of questions that we're looking to right now. And add not only that, we have them going absolutely berserk, right? They're full tilt on the whole transgender issue. They're full tilt on talking to your kids about sex from the underage of 8. They're freaking out because they can't talk to kids about sex in school. You got Disney pushing that now as well. You have all of this. They're going full tilt because they know they have to do it. They got to do it. They got to create some type of crisis, some type of manufactured crisis in order to push whatever they want to push, and they're trying to create it. We saw what happened today in NYC, right? In the subway, that was created by the mainstream media. That was the individual was on the FBI watch list. How is it that every time there is a mass shooting in this country, somehow they're already on the FBI watch list? It makes you wonder, what else were the FBI involved in? What else are they trying to do in order to make sure they pass whatever regulations they want on the Second Amendment, when this is what that exactly is? Biden just had that speech yesterday talking about ghost guns and we need more regulation, et cetera, et cetera. And bam, today we have a mass shooting in NYC. Weird how all that stuff happens, huh? Weird how that all kind comes together with them doing that. That's really, really strange. I wonder why that is. Why is it that they will that will occur? Why would they do that? So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to go over. We got a lot of things to talk about tonight, and that being one of them, my friends. That is being one of them. We got to make sure that we are doing our due diligence in a lot of that stuff. And so we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of those stories tonight, and take a look at some of those things that are going on right now, because it's important for us to continue to call out the stuff that it is. And we're going to go ahead and look at, we're going to go ahead and start with the subway thing, because it's just too much of a coincidence, if you ask me, that it happened right after the Biden had a speech about it yesterday at the White House. Remember? Speech at the White House yesterday. He was in NYC recently, within the last month, talking to Eric Adams, the mayor there of NYC, about guns and crime and et cetera, et cetera. And it's been a whole push. And all of a sudden, as soon as he does that speech yesterday, bam, this morning, first thing I see on Twitter, right before I went into my prayer meeting this morning, was there was an attack inside the NYC subway. There was a shooting. And of course, the mainstream media did their best to cover it up. It wasn't a black man. They didn't want to put black man in there because there was a black man. That was reported by the police. That there was a black man, 45-plus-year-old, 45-plus-year-old black man. And they ran it was a 45-plus-year-old man. And they didn't want to talk about what color he was. I wonder why, because it doesn't fit the narrative. But that doesn't matter, because it's a gun issue. So they want to use this for whatever it is. They're going to milk it as much as they can. Hey, my friend, Patriot Southern. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me go ahead and give you a crowd applause here. Give you a couple freedom honks, my friend. Thank you so much. There we are. He says the regime wants us to use E85 gas to destroy our vehicles. E85 gas is bad for your engines. Don't doubt it, my friend. I do not doubt you whatsoever. Not whatsoever, my friend. So let's go ahead and break down the story here and see what they are doing with this, what they are doing with the current thing with there we go. Bam. All right. So check this out. For the Gateway Pundit, NYPD identifies person of interest in the Brooklyn subway shooting. 62-year-old Mr. Frank was on the FBI terrorist radar until 2019. Interesting how these people always end up on the FBI watch list. It's like it's almost as if they're making sure they have their own little what are they called? Those people that are like MK Ultras or whatever. It's almost like that, right? So let's go ahead and enlarge this for you guys. There you guys go. There's Mr. Frank there. Not to be confused with the real Frank, the OG Frank, which is me. Not to be confused with him. So the NYPD Department and other law enforcement factions are offering a total of $50,000 for information leading to the arrest. Police said Frank rented a U-Haul connected to the shooting attack. 10 people were shot earlier today, Tuesday, on the 36th Street subway station in Brooklyn, New York. At least 29 people were injured in total. Multiple undetonated devices were also found in the area. Man, it really sounds like an FBI plot, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound like an FBI plot right there? It sounds like that to me. Multiple undetonated devices. That sounds something like definitely the FBI would set somebody up with. Hey, yeah, use these in your upcoming project that you're going to undertake. Yes, take these here. Take these devices and plant them all over the place, and we'll make sure the security cameras don't work on the day that you have to go out and do that. Yeah, go out and do that. Make sure you go do that. So here what we have. Let's go ahead and continue here with the story. NYPD's commissioner said Frank posted concerning videos online about New York Mayor Adams and the homeless. Anyone with information where their whereabouts, call the number 1-800-577-TIPS. NYPD Chief James says witness states the male opened up 2 smoke grenades, tossed them onto the subway floor, and brandished a Glock 9mm handgun when he fired that weapon at least 33 times, striking 10 people. Let's see here. Yeah, so FBI, Frank was on the FBI terrorist radar until 2019. The FBI missed another one, apparently, right? So here we are, continuing to follow the story as the Brooklyn subway suspect was on the FBI terrorist radar until 2019. So, yeah, this is what we have. We have this thing that comes out of nowhere right after the Biden thing. Right after that. Weird, right? Weird how that happens. Let's take a look at this dude. This dude is just, he's also, from what I've read elsewhere, black nationalist and things like that. Yeah, Glock 33 times. That's one hell of a clip. I'm sure he had maybe multiple guns. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but I am sure that the FBI was more involved than they're leading on, and then they will not lead on any further. And I'm sure if this guy once he's arrested, if he doesn't go via self-inflicted, if he doesn't self-inflict himself and makes it to custody, he will make sure he won't make it to the court appearance before you know it. Maybe the cameras in his cell will, glitch out, and somehow he'll choke on some toilet paper. Right? That's the only thing I can think of that the regime would want to make sure we tie off loose ends. Just like the Wichita SUV driver, right? Remember that guy? Nobody seems to remember that guy. They made sure that disappeared from the headlines. The guy that ran over 50 plus people in a Christmas parade. The SUV somehow took over and ran people over just because the guy was black. The media wanted to head and make sure they buried that story as well. I have no idea what's going on with that story because I haven't seen any reports on that story. The only reports now that we'll probably see on this thing is if the guy does not end up going to police custody because he perishes beforehand, or he perishes while in custody inside a cell that has malfunctioning cameras, just like they had cameras not functioning correctly when he opened up fire on the subway platforms. So, I mean, there's all that. I mean, we have all of that to go ahead and digest and and kind of take in and really try to figure out what we're going to do with that, right? Because this is what they continue to do. They continue to go down and utilize the FBI. They failed in the Whitmer plot to kidnap her, right? The jury found that the FBI was not credible in doing that. So there is an attitude changing in the country. Hopefully it has not been too late. Hopefully more Americans are waking up to the fact that the FBI is not a prestigious institution. And hopefully more Republicans wake up to the fact that the FBI is not our friend, right? That the FBI is not out there saving the day. They're not the heroes they claim to be, as they do portray them on television every single time. Their word is not gold. They'll do whatever they can in order to ensure that they have their people locked away. They'll cover up their own crimes. They'll cover up their own internal misdeeds to make sure they hide it from the public. These alphabet agencies are out of control as they continue to wreak havoc onto the American people. And the FBI is no different. The CIA is no different. The NSA, the ATF, et cetera, et cetera. You go down the line, all of these three-letter agencies are not good for the country. They're not good for the republic. They are not. They are a secret police force that has been activated by political rivals of each other in order to continue to keep outsiders away from uncovering the real debauchery that happens inside the swamp of DC, the deep state of DC, and how bad the rot actually runs. Their job is to protect those individuals that are running it. Their job is not to bring those people to justice. Their job is not to ensure that the everyday norm is changed at all. Their job is to protect those norms. That is what the FBI and all of those internal agencies are there for. Any serious candidate that is running for an office should be already on the horn calling for the abolishment of these three-letter agencies, an abolishment of them. If your candidate does not have that somewhere in their platform, then your candidate is somebody that's going to be a bootlicking FBI lover, and that's what they're going to do. And those people like Sean Hannity and Sebastian Gorka and all of those people, not all of the FBI is bad. Are you sure? Because I've seen plenty of evidence over the course of the years where regular FBI agents, not they're all bad, participate and lie and do whatever they can to entrap everyday Americans to use for their plots to justify for their funding. So yes, the entire thing is rotten. There is not a good FBI, as Sean Hannity or Sebastian Gorka will tell you on their television shows or on their web podcast or on their radio shows. They are not a friend to the regular people of this country. They are not. So that is the danger that we have, especially within the Republican circles, within the conservative movement. We have people who will continue to still lick the boot of the FBI and these three-letter agencies. They will continue to lick the boot and say, yes, please step on my neck harder. They like it. And there's no way, it's almost impossible to convince these other Republicans, conservatives, these Fox publicans, as I will call them, to think otherwise. Right? To think otherwise, that the FBI is not salvageable. They're not salvageable, near to any of the other three-letter agencies. They're not salvageable at all. They need to be just pushed aside, replaced, not even replaced. Let's just do away with them. And then we'll figure out where to move on from there. We need a true plan of what to do with them. I'm just not very impressed with them. Hot Rod says Stu Peters is suspected CIA psyops. I don't trust him. I don't know much about Stu Peters outside of seeing some of his stuff on Gab from here to there. I've never really listened to him, so I don't know too much about Stu Peters. So I cannot really comment much on him outside. But if you don't think he's good, you're here, you're watching. So I'm likely probably would probably come to the same conclusion. All the same, Hot Rod. Yeah, Hot Rod says Gorka is pretentious and pompous. Yeah, cops are likely worse. Gitmo for all the swampers. I was on Mo Reese stream earlier. It was awesome. Yeah, I like Mo Reese. Mo Reese is awesome. Hey, Tam Lee's good to see you. Yeah, let's go, Brandon for sure. For sure. When President Trump comes back, hopefully he abolishes the corrupt entities. But see, that's the problem with Trump too, Yvonne. I like Trump. Don't get me wrong. I like Trump, but he'll sit there and he'll talk about the FBI very gloriously as well, even though the FBI was working against him. And he'll sit there and talk about the FBI like they're a good agency. So yeah, definitely there is a lot of that's that boomer mentality, unfortunately, right? That and I'm not using it as a slur against any older people that might be boomers. It's just that boomer mentality that's been driven into their heads that the FBI and these institutions are so prestigious that they would never do anything to the American people, right? That's what has been ingrained in many people. That was ingrained in my head for such a long time as well. Ingrained in my head for such a long time. And you start looking at all the evidence that points in the opposite direction of what these institutions are actually doing and what they do to justify their funding, right? There is no justification for their funding if there's nothing for them to prevent. So they got to make sure they're doing things to make sure they can prevent or allow to happen and say, see, that's why we need more funding, because we need more surveillance. We need to make sure we're able to cover more square miles or whatever, use more drones, use more facial recognition technology, whatever the case is, to ensure that their existence continues on. That's what it is about. So, hey, Jefferson, it's good to see you. Hey, Frank, I finally see you. Yes, thank you. Yvonne says, I'm a boomer, and I agree that too many in my era are blind. Yeah, unfortunately. And, and there's a lot of great boomers out there. I know there's a lot of based boomers. There was a song that, DC Capital, if you all know who that is, he's a MAGA rapper. Anyway, he has a bass boomer. Give me my bass boomer. But yeah, there's a lot of based boomers out there. Obviously, if you're watching this show, you're probably a based boomer. You're ahead of the curve. You were able to drop those blinders off. You've been able to see the reality for what it is, and not what you've been sold by the mainstream media and other institutions to make you think that these institutions are your friend. How many times have you watched a television show or something, or where they say, only the guilty gets a lawyer, right? Only the guilty gets a lawyer to come in and talk to the police with them. We just want to talk to you. That's all. Just help us out, right? The smartest thing you could ever do is get a lawyer before you talk to any type of law enforcement. I don't care if you think they're your friends or not. Always have a lawyer present with you. That is your right, and that you should utilize that right, because they are not your friends in those situations. So always, if you're able to get a lawyer, because you don't want to go into those situations with law enforcement without a lawyer, because they will do whatever they can to ensure they entrap you, even if you may not have anything to do with the crime. If they can pin it on you, they will. So yeah, that is what we need, my friends. Yeah, so for sure. Rusty says, not ashamed to be a boomer. Yes. Cortez says, Frank, what about Joe Biden banning guns and NYC putting up gay homosexual posters in Florida? Yeah, we're going to get to all that. I've talked about him doing that with the posters in Florida. I think I talked about that a couple streams ago. But for sure. Yeah, Missy says China already has robot dogs on the roads to keep citizens from coming outside, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Jamie says, I'm 55 and I say fire all of them. That's right. James says, I'm a base boomer. Yeah. Jason Jones says, Trump endorsed candidates that won't make McConnell majority leader. Well, let's hope so. My also issue is making sure we keep Kevin McCarthy away from the leadership as well. He's a swamp creature, and we'll talk about him a little bit later in the show as well. Definitely not somebody we want on our side. He's definitely not on our side for sure. That dude could care less about us. So, yeah. Oh, right. Dr. Asami says, based as hell boomer, Dr. Asami says. Schumer was a groomer. Laura says, 30 years ago, I heard Disneyland was bad. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know a lot of people had said that. Yeah, for sure. Oh, salty distraction. I love it, Deanna. Deanna's out there farming the likes. You're doing an awesome job, Deanna. Thank you so much, Deanna. Farming the likes over to get us over 50 likes over there. Baron Van Schneider says New York Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin arrested for campaign fund pay to play. Does not surprise me whatsoever. Gen X was the last base generation, said Viv B. Let's see here. Libertarian Boomer says Rusty, and Brian says Shakespeare was right when he wrote and all the lawyers. I'm not going to say the other word. Car Guy says I was kicked out. YouTube is watching. YouTube's always watching. They always watch my streams. Hey, Susan. It's good to see you, Susan, tonight. Can we actually lift it a little bit, Susan? Maybe get a few more people in here. That'd be fantastic, Susan, if you could do that. Susan Wojcicki, everybody. Yes, let's give it up for Susan. Yeah, woo, Susan. Susan Wojcicki. Yeah. Here, let's give it up to Susan. Let's give it up to Susan. Yeah. All right, Susan. We need some more people, Susan. Can we get some more people in here? Can you help me out tonight, Susan? Oh, my gosh. Oh, Susan. Anyway, yeah, the whole leadership, I agree, needs to go, for sure. For sure. Benjamin resigned. Good. I'm glad. All right, let's keep on going. We got a lot of stuff to cover tonight. Man, I have no idea where we got to keep going. Let's take a look. Yeah. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay, we just talked about that. Let's scroll down here. Oh, here we go. This is something here. So take this out. Again, I think the House Freedom Caucus is a great bunch of people. I think they are doing a fantastic job. However, if they want to end Pelosi's reign, they need to end McCarthy's reign first. We need a new leadership within the Republican Party. But let's go ahead and take a look at what their idea is to get rid of Pelosi before the elections even happen. This was quite interesting. Here it says Republicans have taken their most decisive move against House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and want her removed from the position immediately. It's a long shot, which means it probably will fail. But the House Freedom Caucus sent a letter to the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy urging him to end the authoritarian reign of Pelosi. The House Freedom Caucus is calling GOP leader to file and bring up privilege motion to vacate the chair and end Speaker Pelosi's authoritarian reign. The caucus said, "We, the House Freedom Caucus, respectfully request that you pursue the authorization of the House Republican Conference pursuant to the conference rules to file and bring up a privilege motion to vacate the chair and end Pelosi's reign as Speaker of the House," the caucus said in a letter. Rule 9, Clause 3 of the Rules of the House of Representatives for the 117th Congress requires a resolution causing a vacancy in the office of the Speaker shall not be privileged except if offered by direction of a party caucus or conference, it said. Speakers, Pelosi's tenure is destroying the House of Representatives and our ability to faithfully represent the people we are here to serve. Speaker Pelosi has championed unconstitutional changes like allowing proxy voting and installing security measures like metal detectors for members coming to the floor to vote, it said. More trouble is looming for Pelosi. The coming midterm elections are not looking good for Democrats. Short of some miracle, Democrats are going to get smacked with a red wave in November. Over 30 Democrat incumbents announced their retirement, which usually is a clear sign of coming doom. So the poll also sampled General House staffers. Yeah. For Kevin McCarthy to do anything, I would be very surprised. The dude is not based whatsoever. McCarthy is not in the business of shaking things up. He's not in the business of America First. He's not in the business of getting rid of Pelosi or anybody like that or impeaching Biden. That's right. Yeah, that's right. If you guys didn't know, Kevin McCarthy will not bring up impeachment charges against Biden. That's right. As he said that on an interview with on Fox News over the weekend. He said he won't do it. He won't bring up impeachment charges against Biden. He will not do it because it's too political, he says. It's bad for the country if we do it. So it was all right for him to go ahead and allow them to impeach Trump 2 times, right? That was okay for them to do, but no, we can't impeach Biden. Can't impeach Biden. And then somebody else said, well, look who do we have behind him? We have Kamala Harris. We don't want Kamala. We'll impeach Kamala too. There's enough evidence to impeach Kamala as well. We can impeach all three of them. Just go down the list, baby. Go down the list. So yeah, Kevin McCarthy, as much as I like these headlines, he's not the guy that's going to sit there and go against the Speaker of the House. He isn't going against Pelosi or anything. He's going to say all the things that he needs to say to sound tough. He's going to say, oh, we need to focus on the border. We need to get stop the flow of people at the southern border. We need to make sure but this dude's a total war hawk. He's a total supporter of the Ukraine conflict. He's the total supporter of sending millions of dollars over to Ukraine, hundreds of millions of dollars to Ukraine, and with military weapon grade and stuff like that. He's all for that. He fights harder for the Ukrainians than he does for anybody else. It's all no wonder. We might as well just have Max Rhino as the Speaker of the House at this rate. At least he'd be a little bit more entertaining than Kevin McCarthy. That dude's a loser, a slug. I think I called him a slug in the upcoming video I have of him. That'll come out later tonight. I called him a slug. If you watch that video in either tonight or tomorrow, make sure you listen for the word slug. I think I say it like 3 times in that video. Oh my goodness. So let me go ahead and grab a couple of these Twitter stories I have over here. And of course it's let's take a look. Let's take a look because I got some good stuff over here. Always got good stuff over on the Twatters. Yeah. So check this out here. This is so irresponsible for them to be doing. Take a look at this. Let me go and bring this up. Bring this up over here. Bam. President Biden. That's right. He doubles down on calling Putin's invasion of Ukraine a genocide. But yeah, he won't call the ongoing genocide in China a genocide. No. He won't call that. But he'll definitely call out Putin. Putin is genocide. Putin's inflation. Putin. Dude's a weak. Dude's such a weak man. Take a look at this guy here. Just so reckless. Dude wants to get into a conflict with Russia. And when I say dude, I mean Obama, because this guy's not running anything. He can't even run to the bathroom. Dude craps his pants. So yeah, he's not doing anything. It says this, just in, President Biden doubled down on calling Putin's invasion of Ukraine a genocide. I call it a genocide because it's becoming clearer and clearer that Putin is trying to wipe out the idea of even being able to be Ukrainian. The evidence is mounting. The dude doesn't even know where he's at. Let's take a listen.
I called it genocide because it's become clearer and clearer that Putin is just trying to wipe out the idea of even being able to be a Ukrainian. And the evidence is mounting. It's different than it was last week. The more evidence is coming out of literally the horrible things that the Russians have done in Ukraine. And we're going to only learn more and more about the devastation. And we'll let the lawyers decide internationally whether or not it qualifies. But it sure seems that way to me.
Oh, what an ass. Shut up. Man, these people. Always so eager to get us into a war. So eager to do whatever they can to ensure they're pushing us in that direction. These people are some of the worst people out there. People like Biden and Obama, these Democrats, these globalists. This is a great tweet. Check this out. I'm laughing already. Let's take a look at this. Let's look at the story. Pull it up here for you guys. Bam. CNN, real quick. CNN Plus. Remember CNN Plus? Chris Wallace ran from Fox News because CNN was going to feature him on CNN Plus, and they were like pouring all this money into it. CNN Plus can't even get more than 10,000 viewers a day over there to CNN Plus. They can't get more than 10,000 viewers a day. I get more than 10,000 views a day on this channel. On this channel, I'm severely shadow banned over on this channel. I could get more than 10,000 views a day. I get more than CNN Plus with the production value that you see here that JPR puts together in the LBF studios with the diversity hires that we have back there that cut the internet on us the other day. We get more than 10,000. Chris Wallace left a giant network that was actually doing well, even though I think I still hate Fox, but left Fox for CNN because he thought he was going to do real reporting over there. He was going to be really be seen as a real journalist and stuff like that. Dude can't even get more than 10,000. Dude's like crying. Dude's crying. Chris Wallace is crying over at CNN to his staffers and asking them how many times his ads are playing just so that way he can see. Take a look at this. Dude, this is sad. It's hilarious, but it's sad. Chris Wallace, man, he deserves this. He deserves it, especially for the way he moderated debate between Biden and the Trump. That dude was all in for Biden. You could tell during that debate. Anyway, says a source says Chris Wallace is having daily breakdowns over the miserable launch of CNN Plus. Once a CNN show or is trained to walk, they go on. He is having staffers count how many times a day his promo is playing. CNN is struggling to lure viewers in its early days, drawing fewer than 10,000 daily users. He's telling anyone that will listen he wants Cuomo's old time slot. Oh my freaking gosh. Dude, the Trump curse is so real. The Trump curse is so real. Dude, I hope he goes into irrelevancy. I hope he's no longer employed by any news outlet out there. That dude's not credible whatsoever. The guy's a partisan hack, and he deserves every bit of this, and I'm relishing in it. I'm relishing in it that Chris Wallace can't even pull in more viewers than Let's Be Frank. A major name in news can't bring in more viewers than little old me. Little old me's bringing in more viewers than CNN Plus. That's right. The LBF media conglomerate is absolutely taking out CNN. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We are a monster not to be reckoned with around here. Me and my 126 viewers right now are still more than CNN Plus is getting right now. Let's Be Frank Network. It's thriving, baby. We're thriving. We're coming for CNN Plus. Well, no, we're not even coming for CNN Plus. CNN Plus has to look up to LBF Network, LBF Media. They're looking up and they're like, dude, some dude in Florida inside this little office is getting more views than Chris Wallace. He's getting more views than Chris Wallace. Oh, my gosh. Yes, that's right. The LBF Media Network is taking off, my friends. We have great personalities all over this great network of mine as we continue to pull away from places like CNN. Yes. Oh, it sounds more like CNN minus for sure. You know what the CNN Plus stands for, right? You know what the plus stands for? Just what it stands for in the LGBT Plus and Disney Plus. That plus stands for one thing. You guys know what it is. What does that plus stand for? Let me know in the comments right now. In the chat. What does the plus stand for? You guys know what I'm going to say. I want you guys to say it first. Put it in the chat. Tell me what the plus stands for. You guys know what it is? Because it requires a heavy machinery to ensure that it does not breed ever again. Yes. Aircraft Sparky got it. That and what else? There's one other word I'm looking for. There's one other word I'm looking for out there. Who's going to get to it first? Oh, Barron says, wait till Psaki gets there and chases to 10,000 away. Yeah, I'll be pulling higher numbers as Psaki will too. Yeah, Dynamite Kid got it. Good job, Dynamite Kid. That's right. Plus means children. Yes, sir. You know what does plus? It's interesting how it's CNN Plus, Disney Plus, and LGBT Plus, right? Isn't it interesting that those three things all have a plus at the end of their things? Man, I should really tweet that out. I really need to tweet that out. Maybe I will do that here in a moment. Let's go ahead and tweet that out. I think that deserves a tweet. We're going ahead and do that real time. I'm going to put it up on the screen for you guys so you guys can see me type it out. Bam, here we go. What does CNN Plus Disney Plus and what's the other plus we said? LGBT Plus all have in common? Pedos and groomers. What do CNN Plus, Disney Plus, and the LGBT Plus all have in common? Pedos and groomers. There we go. Tweeted that out. See how many people. Oh, Ree! That's right, Brian. That Ree! We'll see if that gets any traction. I'm shadow banned severely over on Twitter too, so we'll see if that gets anything. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling a little extra spicy tonight. The plus always means the kids. That's what the plus means in those end of those things there. It always means the kids. They're after the kids. That's what it means. Oh my gosh, yeah. Get to the chipper. Get to the chipper. I love it. I love it, Brian. I love it. Get to the chipper. My dog was groomed by a liberal. Yeah, I've quit taking my dogs to the groomers. I walked into the groomers, the dog groomers, and they're always they have the purple hair and the blue hair. Ladies in there cutting hair. I'm like, dude, we can't do that anymore. My dog is questioning its sexuality now. My dog does not know what it is. So we have to say, no, we can't take it to the groomers anymore, the pet groomers. Oh my gosh. So you know what I learned today, which was quite interesting, is that the one of the Disney heiresses is a trans individual. Did you guys know this? I did not know this until I found out today. I found out that the Disney heiress is a trans. So it all makes sense of why this company continues to move to this thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this story because I thought it was quite hilarious. Where is it at? Let me see. Liz Cheney, Elon Musk, Democrats said he brother loved, Naomi Wolf. We talked about Rand Paul, mail services, California teacher hit with 29 counts, Mike Cernovich, NYPD, talked about that one already. See where I put that one at. The teacher talked about that one. The Nancy Pelosi, Biden, Psaki, House Freedom, McCarthy. Okay, that's in my Twitter then. So I head to the Twitter account here and get to that story. Let's see here. Where was it at? I was looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, it makes complete sense of why they're doing what they're doing. Let me find it. I think I shared it. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I did not share it. Oh, that sucks. I had that story. I thought I shared it. Guess I didn't. All right. Well, anyway, we'll just move on from that. Let me go ahead and grab this story, though, why I just passed it a second ago, because I think this one's pretty important to go ahead and bring up. So let's take a look at this. This is quite amazing. Maybe Utah can go ahead and redeem themselves. State of Utah, can you guys redeem yourselves? Can you do it? Let's take a look. Says Senator Mitt Romney, Republican Utah, the only senator in history to vote to convict a president of his own party during an impeachment trial, said recently that he is not sure if he will seek re-election to the upper chamber in 2024. Check that out. Can Utah redeem themselves and not send groomer senator back to the Congress? Could you guys do that? Could we do that, please? That would be awesome. Hey, Deanna, it's good to see you. Deanna Wiley, it's good to see you, my friend. That'd be awesome. If we could not send Mitt Romney back to Congress, that would be amazing, Utah. You guys have a chance. You have a chance in 2024 to not send this turd back. Don't send this turd back to Congress. Don't do it. Please, Utah, get active, get involved, vote out your governor of Spencer Cox, and get rid of this other rhino right here. This dude is bad news. Denise says he'll just move to another state and run. Yeah, I bet he would. Viv B says he knows he won't get reelected. I hope he doesn't get reelected. I hope he does not get reelected. That would be great if he does not do that. So yeah, no more minutes. So this would be a fantastic thing if this can actually happen. If we can actually prevent Mitt Romney from running again, or actually not allowing him to be elected again. So yeah, Mitt Romney, dude, this dude is as bad as they get. This is like peak rhino. Him and Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger, all of these losers over on the Republican Party. These people need to be voted out of office. These people don't need to be coming back. But these people need to make sure that we send them packing into the desert sunset, that they never are returned back to the party whatsoever. We don't need these people. These people don't know how to win. They are a controlled opposition, and they are activated when needed in order to try to shame their own party. That's what these people are. Absolute bunch of slugs. That's what they are, slugs, my friends. And you know what salt does to slugs, my friends? You know what salt does to the slugs. And we got to continue to salt the earth, my friends. Salt the earth. Hey, Gary, it's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Hey, Devin Harrison, it's good to see you as well. See, we got a few people coming in here. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, so that we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to make sure we don't allow this. So let's take a look. Got a few more stories. We got a little bit of time here left. Got a little bit of time left here. Go ahead and put that one away. Okay, so check this out. Well, let me make sure I listen to this first real quick. Okay, let me pull this up because we've been talking about the groomer teachers for a while, right? Groomer teachers. There's lots of them. So this one actually, Sparky actually alerted me to this one. I didn't see it. I'm typically pretty good at catching the stuff over on Libs and TikTok. I didn't see this one, though, because I had a long weekend. So I actually took like 3 days off in a row, which was fantastic. I'm well rested now, and I feel great. It says this: if your parents don't accept you for who you are, F them. I'm your parents now. Oklahoma middle school teacher. This teacher was let go last week after complaints of grooming and this TikTok, plus others containing questionable content were brought to the principal's attention. Yes. Why do they always look like this? Why do they always look like this, dude? Groomers get the chippa. Get the chippa. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Yes. I know it brings us the best ones here. Let's take a listen.
Hey, if your parents don't love and accept you for who you are this Christmas, fuck them. I'm your parents now. I'm proud of you. Drink some water. I love you. Bye.
Yeah. Groomer says what? That's what he says. I'm your parents now. I'm your parents. Oh, wow. Wow, I still have people over on my I was suspended over on Facebook for being too salty over there on Facebook. So I caught my first suspension in a long time, and it was because I was over trolling over on the trans pages over there. They didn't like what I had to say, so even though it was completely medical and scientifically backed up, they didn't like what I had to say. So anyway, but yeah, these dudes and women, these people that are going after your kids, they can't increase their population unless they are converting people over to them. It's a religion. It's a absolutely sick ideology that they continue to push on children, and they want to continue to do it as early as possible. That is why they are actively looking for you to bring your kids to government-ran like daycares at 2 years old, knowing that people like this are people that are in those daycare centers trying to turn your 2 to 3 year old into trans. That's what they're doing, because this administration, this regime, has made it absolutely clear that that is their initiative. That is what they want to do. And they're going to continue to do it, my friend. They're going to continue to do that. They're going to do the best they can, every chance they get. Colonel Corn asked a very good question. Do you need a TikTok account to be a teacher? I'm starting to question that myself, my friend. I'm starting to question that myself. I think you might need to be have a TikTok if you're a teacher, and that's a really a red flag there. If your kid's teacher has a TikTok, that should be a major red flag. That should be one of the first things you ask. Hey, excuse me, do you have a TikTok account? That should be when you're meeting your kids' teachers. One of the very first, maybe the first question you ask, if they have not already announced their pronouns, if they don't have absolutely obnoxious hair coloring, should be, do you have a TikTok? Because that would probably answer your question whether or not they're a groomer. So that would be it. I would actually ask that question. I would ask if they're doing that. How do you get a job like that? I don't know, Jamie. There are no standards for teachers right now. I don't believe there's any dress standards for teachers as far as how they're supposed to look or anything like that. There is no professional standing. They just be who they are, who they want to be. That's what they do. That is what they do, my friends. That's all they are doing. They just, be who you are. Just be true to you. Just come as you are. No qualifications. There should be a definite dress code, natural hair color, and none of this overly absurd things that they're doing to themselves in order to sit there and ensure that they are getting to your kids, right? So anyway, we're gonna leave on that happy note there. It's been fantastic tonight. Short night tonight. We're only going to do an hour tonight just because I got to get back into the groove of things. I had a Thursday. We should go a little bit longer as we get things going. I had a lot of stuff go on today, trying to get caught up and trying to put things back in order. So, of course, I was a little lagging behind on some stuff, but I'm hopefully to be caught back up to speed before the end of the week is finished, and we can have a fantastic Thursday night live stream and a Saturday night live stream. I have a great guest I'm trying to line up for next week to bring onto the show. I'm still looking at that Monday. I need to contact those individuals that I mentioned the last time, Sparky and others, about Monday night, a show that we would all do together. I think it would be a fun show, something that we can all have a lot of fun doing, and that's what the format is going to be tailored toward, to have fun, to talk about fun stories or stories and have fun with those stories, even though they can be dark and depressing sometimes, for us to react to certain things and stuff like that. I think it'll be great to do and have a solid cast of people for every show every Monday. I think that would be something great to do. So I'm looking to do that moving forward here. So don't forget, if you're looking to finish watching this show, maybe came in late, you're gonna have to help over on Left Camp Meme. Because this show is ending over on the Let's Be Frank channel. I am pulling the plug here in just a moment. I'm going to continue to go for a little bit longer over on the Left Camp Meme, just for those viewers over there. So if you want to jump over there please come. Salty Distraction. You can drop the link for the Left Camp meme in the chat over on Let's Be Frank, so everyone can head over there as we finish up here on Let's Be Frank, as I phase out this show here on this channel, and we will finish up over on the other channel. So I hope to have a few of you guys over there. So let's, Valerie, just follow me over here, Valerie. We're going to head over to the other channel real quick and finish up over there, Valerie. And I think Salty Distraction is going to drop the link in the chat here, so you guys can come over here and be part. Yep, done and dusted. There you go. Thank you so much, Salty Distraction. So there it is. Go ahead and hit that link and head over to the other channel, because this one on the Let's Be Frank one's about to end. If you guys want to keep watching, want to keep hanging out with me, head over to the other channel so we can continue to bolster those numbers up over there. And as we continue to do that, so let's go ahead and do that. For everyone watching on Let's Be Frank, it's been a great night. Thank you so much. I will see you guys on Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. I'm very excited for the next Freedom Stream. I'm going to come with a lot of energy like I did tonight, and I hope you guys will be there. So let's go, Oklahoma. Yes. Tony Guerrera, Aircraft Sparky, I need to talk to you this week, my friend. We need to make some time. So make sure you reach out to me, my friend. I'll reach out to you. I'll text you, let you know, hey, we need to talk. So outside that, have a good night, everybody, over on Let's Be Frank. I'll see you guys over on the other channel. And hang out with you guys over there for a little bit. All right. So let's have a go. Have a great night, everybody. Let's see here. Nope, not yet. We want to remove. Yep. Delete on YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. There we go. Bam. All right. Okay. So we're still on over here. We got 19 watching. I don't know how many, hey, car guy, it's good to see you, my friend. Colonel Corn, yes, hello. As people are coming in, give you guys a couple of minutes to get in going, and we'll go ahead and keep watching a couple more things I want to talk about. But it's great. As we continue to build this channel up, I'm looking to hopefully have this channel monetized before the end of the summer. I need the watch time. I need the hours. So I'm going to continue to put content over here as well. Hey, Herculean just made it over here. Hello, Joey made it over here. Hey, Devil Dog, goodbye, YouTube, but it's still YouTube. Yes, just over on the other channel. Lori D made the hop over here. Awesome. Salty Distractions over here as well. Hello. Hey, James, thank you. Glad you made it as well. All right. Yeah, people coming in. Viv B, hey. It's good to see Viv B. Thank you. Thank you for coming over here. All right, let's keep on going. Got a couple more stories that I want to tackle real quick before we end for tonight. And of course, it's great stuff. Check this out. This was in Wisconsin, by the way. I'm going to show you guys this video. You guys might need some. I'm going to make sure I mute this because it's a song. This is in Wisconsin. A school in Wisconsin. It's a middle school in Wisconsin. I'm going to show you what they're doing over there. Check this out. I'm going to go ahead and put it up on the screen. Bam. Go ahead, play. I'm going to talk as this thing plays here. That is drag queen, my friends. That is a drag queen inside a middle school, performing in a middle school during middle school hours. That's right, my friends. Middle school hours, during school hours, they brought this drag queen in to perform for middle schoolers. Middle schoolers, if you do not think the grooming is real, it is real, my friends. It is real. They will do whatever it takes in order to convert your children, my friends. And this is what we're seeing over here happen over here in Wisconsin. This is not NYC. This isn't California. This is in Wisconsin. This is in a Wisconsin school. What a disgusting display that is happening in our schools right now. Our schools are infected with a virus that is destroying our children's minds, destroying those things. It is a thing that should not be happening, my friends. And they continue to do it. They continue to push, and they wonder why people are reacting the way they are. And they want to sit there and call you homophobes or bigophobes or whatever. And it's right there. We see what's happening. We see what is going on. Yeah, Brian Knapp says, when I was in middle school, we had Van Halen cover band perform during school hours. Yeah, but now we actually have just drag queens. Is that Richard Levine? Car Guy says, well, at least they made him put on underpants. I guess that's a win, right? I guess that's what the so-called conservative movement would say. People like that perform at CPAC and said, well, at least he had underpants on, right? At least he had that. Oh man, I feel totally bad for some of these students. Well, the Car Guy, that was for the second graders. The underpants came off for the third graders. They do want our children, Devin. Absolutely, they do. They absolutely do. It's going to be a thing that we got to continue to push against and fight against as these people want to continue to try to do these things to our children, to the nation's children, because they aren't stopping. They don't stop. They're going to continue to move forward because in their minds, it's a religious movement for them. I got to check it, see, make sure. Okay, check this out. Here's another one. Here's another one for you guys. Now you guys are, okay. I'm glad to watch it from here. Can I enlarge it? I can enlarge it. Okay. So here we go. Let me grab this one for you guys here. Grab it here. Check this one out. Take a listen.
Age 25 of being a girl, and I'm on my way to yoga class for the first time as a woman. And I actually used to be a yoga instructor, but I haven't gone because I've been so nervous about the locker room situation. Because actually the last time I went, I used the men's locker room a few months ago, and a guy walked in and was like, oh my gosh, this is the men's locker room. And I was like, ah! But I have my mask. I'm going in, wish me luck. That wasn't that scary. I made a friend in there, and the women's locker room smells so much better than the men's, FYI. And if you're afraid to use the locker room with a trans person, this is what you're afraid of. So let's just pick a different battle to fight. Am I right?
Yeah, ladies, just pick a different battle to fight. Just don't worry about it. It's just a dude. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He has a 5 o'clock shadow. Don't worry about it. Check it out. Check it out. He has a 5 o'clock shadow going on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Here, let's see if I get. Yeah, you can see his 5 o'clock shadow, my friends. Yeah, that dude. That's what you're. Proof it wasn't wearing a mask in the locker room. This is what they're doing, my friends. This is what they're doing. It's it wasn't a salty distraction, but it's happening in the South too, though. Unfortunately, it's happening in places around here as well. It's a battle on all fronts. I wish we could say it's not. Frank, says Car Guy, says that you caused my nephew to flee the room by full facing that thing on the screen. My bad. Yeah, we're not afraid. You're absolutely right. We're not afraid at all. Because we're disgusted. We're not we refuse to participate in your fantasy. So we're not afraid of you. We actually want you to seek help. That's what we want. Right? Oh my gosh. Let me go ahead and put that back over here. What else we have here? I have a couple more. I think I had one more here for you guys. I think it's down this way. Let me grab it. So I saw this on a thing. Take a look at this. Up top it says, we homeschool because we don't want our kids influenced by neurotic millennials who hate us for 40 hours a week from age 5 through 18. It's simple. Then Mindy Lou again says, I'm sure there is no indoctrination happening at your house. And then Thicket Crawl says, I'll say so many weakling conspiracy-obsessed parents are pulling their children out of schools. Yes, indoctrinate them at home is morally criminal. And then you have the meme at the bottom. No, you can't indoctrinate your children. You have to let me do it. That, my friend, perfectly describes the current state of the teachers out there in our public school systems. That is what it is. Those people are wanting to obviously sit there and do that. They want to indoctrinate your kids. And yes, you should be indoctrinating your own kids. You should be establishing a value system with your children. They should be fully invested in that value system. Yes, indoctrination at home is fine because that's the family's value system. And that should always be priority over the school's value system of indoctrination, right? Indoctrination is not bad if it's being done at home by their parents for the right reasons, correct? So anyway, these people that we find on social media, yeah, so we continue to do that. Anyway, homeschooling is the best, says Lori D. Hey, Lori D, it's good to see you over here. Thanks for coming by. Hey, Salty Distraction, how many likes are we up to over on this stream on this side? Kind of curious. I didn't even take a look. Maybe I can look over here. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. 38 likes, not too bad. Not too bad. I know you were shooting for 100, or not 100. I think you said 50. You were shooting for 50 likes. 39 likes. Yeah, I see 30. I see 39 on the screen over on my screen now. So, anyway. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up for tonight because I have to get up early tomorrow because I have to be back here in the studio for the morning stream at 9 a.m. for our prayer stream. So I hope you guys will come back and be part of that. Not on this channel, over on the other channels. We'll be doing a prayer stream. So yeah, Salty Distraction, you did great. 41. That's fantastic. I think that's the most we've had on a live stream so far on this channel. That's great. That's great. Would love to have got 50. 50 would have been awesome. But as we continue to grow this channel, I think we will get more and more people over here, which is great. We're going to continue to do a little bit more of this where we stop over on Let's Be Frank and we come over on this one and continue to grow this channel as well. So yeah, Linda says, like and share, leave a comment, click on the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. Let ads entirely play to support. Well, I don't have any ads on this one yet right now, Miss Linda. So don't watch the ads yet. You can skip the ads if there's any ads for whatever reason. Oh my gosh. Baron says, I thought I was taught to shoot for center mass. Snore peacefully. Frank, I hope I will. Snore peacefully. That would be great. Oh, great. Would have helped had shared the right link. Hope you like legs. LOL. Legs? What are you talking about? Legs? You shared a link for legs? I don't know. Don't be sharing links for legs. I didn't even see that. Did you? What? What are you talking about? Legs? What did I miss? Oh, LeYoung. Hey, LeYoung. Yes, yeah. Thank you for coming all over. Support Frank over here on Let's. There, my vlog. Oh, your vlog. You shared your vlog. Oh, yes. It's okay. Yeah, for sure. David, the Devil Dog was like, what? Legs? It's my vlog shot. All right. Cut off the wine. Yes. All right, guys. I hope you all have a great night. I hope to see you guys back tomorrow night. Join us for the prayer meeting over on Let's Be Frank, Uniquely Us, or over on Let's Be Frank Gaming over on Twitch. Should be a great time. And have a great time together over there. Lil Young says, hello to you, Frank. Love to laugh. Hey, appreciate that. The natives are getting restless here, says Car Guy. My clipboard got mixed up. That's happened to me before. salty distraction, but never with legs. I've never showed my legs. Anyway, hope you guys all have a great night. I'll see you guys back soon. Anyway, have a great one, everybody. Yes, be good, meme army. Yes, maybe we could be the meme army over here. That'd be great. Yeah, I like that card guy. Be good, meme army, as we get the meme division. All right, guys. Good night, everybody. Have a great one.